Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my Hyperion progression series. This is part 42 and it's a bit strange, isn't it? It's my battle mage. It's been at least a week or two since I did anything on this character on my channel. As you guys might know, I did clear black mage on this character and that sort of marked the end for the series, but I still do enjoy the character. I still play on my battle mage. I just have very little to show at the moment because black mage was my final goal. But it's come up a few times on my stream and people have asked, what am I doing with my battle mage? So I figured I'd do a little bit of an update and still sort of keep up with the character because I do like my battle mage quite a lot. It goes without saying, of course, I am planning on liberating this character, and that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Is I do have this sealed Genesis weapon box. I haven't started my liberation because it was actually bugged for a little bit. We couldn't do some of the liberation quests requiring us to take off our equipment. I believe for Von Leon and for Arcarium, we have to take out all of our equips so then we can do the liberation mission, but for some reason we couldn't because of this familiar manager, which we can't take out. But I believe now it's fixed, so I can actually go ahead and start my liberation quest. That's pretty much how we're going to start. Let's do that first, but if you guys have followed my channel, you guys might know that I've never actually done the Von Leon Prequest, at least not in Hyperion. So I'm going to have to go back and do this first, and then we can go ahead and start some of our liberation missions. I want to spend some time doing this pre-quest. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to unlock Von Leon, and we can go ahead and do the first part. I'll see you guys in a little bit. It's not every day you see a level 275 do Von Leon pre-quest, but here we are. I will say, before I complete this quest line, I am going to be doing two things at the same time. The first thing obviously is the pre-quest, but another thing is in this area, they actually give you a lot of fam cards, and the Von Leon fams are actually very interesting. The badge that you can get from this is actually a % attack badge, I believe. You can see this line badge gives you 1%. And as I do this questline, I'm actually going to collect these fam cards for my Xenon. My Xenon is a class that uses attack, and it actually doesn't have any badges, so I think this is a pretty convenient time to get it because my battle mage definitely has more drop rate than my Xenon. I'll probably talk about it in that video as well, but yeah, I'll be collecting the fam cards here. I just finished up the pre-quest for Lion King's Castle. Now I can actually attempt to do my liberation quest. So this one actually requires me to take off most of my equipment and use the weapon from the sealed Genesis box. So I can finally open this, and we get to pick our Genesis staff. And now, oh, I probably should try to clean up my inventory. I picked up a lot of garbage from just doing the pre-quest, so just give me a sec, guys. So I managed to take off everything. I had enough inventory space to put all of my items away here, and now we can go ahead and do our Genesis quest line here. We have to be able to clear Von Leon with just these two pieces of equipment, and we also get like a 90% damage penalty, but I think with our nodes, our sacred symbols, and our arcane symbols that we don't have to take off, we should be able to clear it pretty comfortably. And we'll just see how it goes. With the Von Leon Genesis mission done, we should be able to hand it in and be able to start the next one as well. I believe in this first month I am able to do two of them at the same time. I believe I should be able to do the Arcarium one, which should be next immediately after this cutscene. So let's just go through this cutscene and see if we can actually attempt that. Next up, as I thought, we have Arcarium, and the restrictions are pretty much the same. We have to basically only be wearing our sealed Genesis weapon and our secondary. Should be able to come up as Genesis, and this should be also a pretty easy clear. And there we go, we did two of our Genesis missions this month, and what we have to do now is basically wait for our next Black Mage run. We're missing just the Black Mage Remnant, which we will get for clearing Black Mage. And this is the first thing I wanted to talk about, is how I'm going to go about doing Black Mage. I know after my first solo, that was the main thing I wanted to do. And basically now, I'm not going to be locking myself into solo progression, at least not on the Battle Mage. For now, for the Battle Mage, I will be allowing myself to do a lot of party bossing. And as soon as I cleared Black Mage, I actually took one of my friend's offers to take me onto Hard Seren. I have run Hard Seren a few times already on my Corsair back in the day, and it wasn't too hard to relearn the boss on my Battle Mage. Funnily enough, actually my first run of Seren, I died out, mostly because I kind of forgot how to play in the Seren boss, and overall it was actually a lot of fun relearning the boss and learning how to move my character. But thankfully my duo partner, he is very strong. I think he's one of the stronger bowmasters on the server, and I was kind of playing as a support, but I still green dotted in the bosses, which was kind of surprising, and we've been clearing Hard Seren for a couple of weeks now so far. We haven't gotten anything really fun. We have gotten, I think, one box from one of the drops, and I believe I got something kind of useless. I believe it was either the Crisis Ring I have here or this Ultimatum Ring. Regardless, being able to go into a Hard Seren party is pretty nice, giving myself a chance at getting better rings, which is something that I'm really looking forward to. I only have this Weapon Jump 3 that I've been using. I would really like it to be a Ring of Restraint if possible, otherwise it's just a matter of time until we get the rings that we need. And also because I am running in a duo, he has already got his emblem, so I am very lucky to be able to have priority on that emblem. So thank you very much to my duo here. He's very strong, and I'm very lucky to have him take me on his runs. With regards to the progress on this character though, I haven't really done very much. We just recently had a Shining Starforce event, and I didn't push any gear on this character because I wanted to play on my Xenon a little bit more. I think the gear that this Battle Mage has at the moment is already in a pretty good spot. I don't think I need to Starforce anything past 21 at the moment. I'm not really interested in going into some of the grandest bosses. And I think with 19-star Arcanes and 21-star CRAs, the character has gotten everything that it needs, in my opinion. If I was to try to attempt to push anything, I'd probably try to tap this eye patch, because now that I'm not using the Black Heart, my Sweetwater Monocle is actually better to use than the eye patch. But if I ever do decide to use another Black Heart, or if I get lucky enough to get a second set of pitch boss, for example like a Will Book or something, this eye patch would be once again better than my Monocle. And I'm not too fussed about min-maxing. I know a 19-star magical eye patch isn't the prettiest thing to look at, but that's just how it's going to be for the time being. Other than that, I have been playing on some of my other characters, and the first thing I wanted to do was actually go onto my mechanic. I know my mechanic hasn't really seen too much light of day at the moment. I was planning on playing this character as a second main, but now with the Hyperburning and the Xenon, the mechanic has been dropped and is currently now just a really strong bossing mule for me. The mechanic's actually pretty good. I am enjoying doing bosses on this character. I do clear up to normal Damien. I actually haven't done normal Damien this week yet because I think I might have disconnected or something like that during the boss, so I do have to go back and clear this boss. But for the most part, I can clear all of my easy weeklies within about half an hour or so. I can do Lois and Damien within about 20 minutes with guild skills, and the character is reasonably strong. Unfortunately, I didn't have the luxury to spend any money on this character during the Shining Starforce event, so a lot of its gear is still sitting at like 10 to 12. A bit unfortunate, but that's just how it is because I am prioritizing my Xenon at the moment. But that doesn't mean that this character is fully retired. I am still using it to level up. I think having an extra character like a mechanic that is good for farming is always convenient. I can always improve the character's gear into drop meso gear, which is kind of what I plan to do eventually. I can actually claim some spare things from this event, which I'm about to do, to make this character a little bit stronger. So from this event, they gave us a few things, one of them being a event ring selector, and my mechanic actually only has 2 event rings. So I can actually claim the third one to fill out the slots a little bit better. It would be better than this Treasure Hunter's John's ring. And later on, we do get a legendary potential scroll. I don't really know which week it is, but it is here somewhere. There it is. And we can put the ring to legendary once we get that. So it'll be getting like pretty easy gains here and there, but I won't be fully focusing on this character. Another thing that's nice about the mechanic is the fact that it's lower than 250. Because I'm not really training the character, this is a perfect character for me to use Magnificent Growth Potions on. I can't use these on my Xenon, and I think it's a bit of a waste for me to put it on my main now that it is 275, so I can actually claim these and use it on my mechanic, and surprisingly, the mechanic will reach level 235. With my mechanic at level 235, I can actually go ahead and do the Asphera questline, giving myself an extra symbol, just a little bit of extra damage, and gives me more node spaces. So I'm going to quickly go through this cutscene, and I'll see you guys in Asphera. And there we go, we have Asphera unlocked, and with that we also get an extra arcane symbol, which is awesome. Again, with my mechanic, I haven't really been improving her gear. I haven't even really been doing her dailies. And that's just because originally I was planning on making her my familiar farmer, but now with the announcement of Cernium and onwards getting familiar cards, there's not really much of a purpose for my mechanic at the moment, unfortunately. So again, for the time being, she will just be a bossing mule, a very strong one at that, and also slowly being able to get to 250 because the Mechanic Legion is actually pretty useful. I believe the Mechanic Legion is buff duration, so once I do get to level 250 on this mechanic slowly with the mag pots, I'll be able to get a little bit more buff duration, which will buff all of my other characters. To finish things off on this character, let's claim this event ring. I already have the Tenebrous and the Awake one, so I'll just have to take the Glory Guard ring here. And this Glory Guard ring should be better than my Treasure John's ring, even though it has nothing else on it. I probably won't do anything on this ring because we are getting a legendary pot scroll really later down the track, but at the very least I have a character that I can put magnificent pots on. We do get a few more from this event. It looks like we get at least another 3 here, and who knows how many more they'll give us throughout the course of the game. At the very least, my mechanic will slowly get to level 250, and I'm pretty happy with that. And as I said before, I went and did Von Leon so then I could also get the familiar cards for my Xenon. So here are the 6 familiar cards that you need. I believe it's just one of each of the Von Leon Prequest areas mobs, and with those 6 you should be able to unlock the badge. And for my Xenon, that badge is quite useful because it gives us, I believe, 1% attack. Just a little bit of extra damage for this character that I've been working on. If you guys are interested in seeing how I'm progressing on my Xenon, I do recommend you guys checking out that series as well. Anyway though guys, I think that'll be all for this video. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on what I've been doing on this account outside of my Xenon, and also wanted to take some time to thank you guys for supporting my channel. I've been doing a lot of updates recently on my other things, and I do appreciate all of you guys a lot for the comments and the love that you guys have given me so far. Anyway, I think that'll be all for now. I don't know how often I'll be updating on Hyperion in general. My Battle Mage has been sitting around, just been doing its weeklies like usual and the occasional dailies. Not too much has really changed, and most of my focus is on the Xenon and also on my Cannon Master in Kronos. Thank you guys again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.